Yo, baby. Yo. How's it going, guys? How's it going? I was about to go turn in my rental or extend it. But before I do that, I have to get some envelope because I gotta mail out some stuff, some documents, you know. And right now I'm here trying to get an envelope right at the Dollar Tree, and you see, they want me to park right there because that way, like, I can't see when they break in through the window. So they want me to be right there. And they packed up the place. I've been waiting here for a bit till somebody pulls out. So I was like, maybe if I go live, they're gonna, finally one of them is gonna get the hell out of here. So I can take their parking closer to the window. But yeah, man, nobody, like, I've been here for like a good 15 minutes. Nobody has, like, left, man. It's crazy. Like, nobody has left. Like, you know how people are just in and out? I mean, it's not a superstore. It's a little store. It's like a dollar store. So, like, you don't come here and, do like a whole 2 hour stay or whatever. It's like usually people take like a good 10 minutes and get out. So I'm just here waiting till one of them decides to leave so I can take their parking space. But like I said, they always leave one, and right next to it, a white car. It's got to be a white or a red car. So any available parking will be harassment. Any available parking space will be a harassment. Look, the kid's wearing red. I told you, red and white. So any available parking, guys, any available parking, they'll leave me a parking right there. But you can't see from the windows, right? And notice how they still they left me that parking, right? It's not near the window, not at all. They're not leaving me those. They want to leave me that so they can still break in through here, right? They're gonna have somebody through here, or come through the back, or come through like over here, right? Like come through over there and break into the car through there, right? That's what they do, man. That's what they do. I already know all their tactics, man. I already know all their tactics. When it comes to break-ins, it's very easy. Look at that. They have the Spectrum truck to let me know they're gonna mess with the live stream, right? That's what they're letting me know, right? Spectrum, meaning they're gonna mess with my connection, right? Spectrum truck, can't make this shit up. See, red and white, red, white. It's always red and white, guys. Look, red and white, boom. White, boom. White, boom. White, boom. White, boom. Red, boom. Look, white coming up, boom. Red, boom. White, boom. David says, are you in Tucson? Nope, not in Tucson. Not in Tucson. I am not in Tucson. I am in Texas. Look, red. Hopefully you're not mentioning Tucson, because they got me into a car crash on SUV. Like, look, white. When this program was passive, when I was living in Dallas, look, white. Like a Mexican national, supposedly. Like, he rammed into my car. Back at the time, I didn't know I was in this program. I was living in Dallas, and I didn't know I was in this program. I didn't know, because they weren't harassing me to that extent. They were just harassing me at the gym and at work. I thought I was on a gym blacklist back then. This was on 2021. I thought I was on a gym blacklist. I didn't think I was like on a all-out watch list. I didn't think see, now they want to leave. See that? So I'm gonna take their spot. See, there's another one, the red one. So, see, here comes another one. See that shit? So anyways, man, he's gonna take my spot. Just notice, look. He's gonna take my. She's gonna take my spot. See that? See? Oh, shoot. She did not. Guess I was wrong, guys. But anyways, guys, I was in Dallas and I was driving an SUV. It was a Hyundai Tucson, and Perp didn't know how to drive in Dallas. You know, some people just don't know how to drive in the city, right? And that's okay because it's downtown, right? It's really crazy. So I understand, especially if they're from Mexico, supposedly. So a Mexican national, guys. A Mexican, see, pink sexualizing. So a Mexican national crashed into my right quarter panel of a Hyundai Tucson. Back then, when I look red, boom. When I first started into this program, remember what blue means? Blue means theft. Green means something to do with the courts. See that? Boom. But anyways, guys, they crashed into me on a right quarter panel on a Hyundai Tucson, right? And that was it, man. I mean, that was it. Yeah, I didn't know it was. I didn't know, guys, that I was on a watch list. Um, so basically, I didn't know I was on a watch list, man. So all these, that's what I'm telling you. Like strange coincidence happened, but it was because, you know, that car was not mine. It was my mother's partner, right? So the dude just wanted to get like, he was willing to get his car crashed so they would total it out, right? So it would get totaled. Still drivable, but it would get totaled, meaning he would get some money. So he did it to kind of like finesse the insurance. But back then I didn't know that. I didn't know he was trying to finesse the insurance. It's kind of like, imagine you own a car that's not worth its brand new value. So basically they create damage to your car. They create damage to your car, right? And then the insurance is like, we'll just total it instead of repairing it, right? Because it's got a few years in it, you know, and a lot of mileage. So we'll just total it. So he got to keep the SUV, right? And not only that, not only did he get to keep the SUV, he also like got like a little payout, right? So it was a double whammy. It was win-win, man. It was a win-win. So, but I didn't know he was doing like, I didn't know it was to do fraud. You know, I didn't know it was like fraud, right? Because that to me is fraud. That's kind of like you having a vehicle with high mileage. Say you have a brand new vehicle and it has high mileage, so its value is lost, right? So you're like, just get me into a car accident so I can get like a check, you know? And not only that, the accident is not severe enough to where the car is not legally drivable. It's still drivable. Like you can still keep the car and drive it. Like it's still street legal. It's only if you sell it that you have to sell it as salvage, right? Because it got totaled. But it's not totaled. It's totally drivable. Everything is okay with the car. But the insurance just didn't want to deal with repairing it. So they just wrote you a check. So now you're richer and you still got the car. So that to me is fraud, man. Anyways, Bike Warrior says, hello, I am a TI from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bike Warrior, I know why they sent you. Like trying to say that like I'm going to be on a bike. That's okay, man. I'm cool if today's the day that I'm on a bike, man. It is what it is, man. What am I gonna do? Nothing. C Jotero says, I don't know, man. Jotero, like I don't know, man. That's a homosexual slur, so you're out, man. But yeah, David, I don't know if you're referencing Tucson. Because of that vehicle. I don't know if you're referencing Tucson because of that vehicle, but I see through it, you know. I see through that. I see through that BS. So you don't fool me, man. But no, I'm not in Tucson. But yes, guys, I was driving a Tucson, a Hyundai Tucson SUV that they got me into a car accident like in 2021. I've been on several car accidents, guys, and all of them were because of the program. I just didn't know it. I did not know it. I did not know that, you know. I did not know it was because of the program. It's not till 2022 that the program decided to reveal itself to me, like, hey, we're stalking you. Hey, we're informants. Hey, we're the police. Hey, we're all these people like on your ass. Like, but before then, it was all like you just thought that you had a, you were having like a bad life or something. For the past anywhere before September 30th, 2022, all the way to, I don't know, 2016. So anywhere from 2016 to 2022, I thought I was just having, just a tough, a tough life, tough breaks. I was like, well, maybe life's like this, maybe life is a little shitty sometimes, maybe things happen, accidents happen, sabotage happens, sabotage on your life, your goals, your plans, your career. You just think that things just happen, man. You think like, oh, shit just happens, man. And it doesn't, man. Shit doesn't just happen. Like, yeah, you can get into an accident, right? I don't know. Or like, yeah, you might get sabotaged at your work or your life or your school or whatever. It happens, every once in a while, right? But like repeatedly, to where you're like a magnet to issues, like that's not normal. But they make it appear like it's kind of like life's is breaks, man. But it's not. It's all organized by law enforcement, but at that point they're just spying on you and sometimes influencing your life indirectly. Like they still manipulate your life, but not to the point where you're like, hey, something weird's going on. Not to that degree. You just think it's a coincidence, or you think that, that life sometimes isn't that great, You're like, well, things don't always go your way. Yeah, but like not systematically, dude. At some point you were like, something's going on. But it's not your fault because you don't know that this exists. Like, I didn't know this existed. So how am I supposed to be like, hey, am I on one of those things, like a watch list or an investigation? Why would you think that if you're an innocent American? Why would you think that? Like, say, why would you think you're under the, I don't know, government agencies, lens, right? Why would you think that you're on their lens, right? Like, you're an innocent American, you're a good civilian, So why would you think that they're watching you? It's paranoia. But you don't know that somebody close to you, or close to your family, your circle, or friend, or whatever, someone like has a big, fetish for controlling you, and you don't realize that they can do this to a person. You're like, oh shoot, they reported me to, I don't know, what's a terroristic threat? God knows what they did, So at that point, you're like, damn, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Right? You just can't believe it because you don't know what's up, man. You're like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. But anyways, yeah, man. I'm not in Tucson. I'm in Texas. I'm near the border. I'm like 10, 20 miles away from Mexico, right? Like right along the border, South Texas. But yeah, man. Bike Warrior 32 was sent here. I didn't really read his stuff, but since I'm going to turn in the rental today, or extend it, or see what happens, because I'm already 4 days past due. You're only supposed to keep the car supposedly for 60 days, and they didn't call me till yesterday to let me know. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all need to send like a reminder or something, How the hell am I supposed to know, bro? But they do it on purpose, man, just to get you like to go back to the location. See, the location has to approve you. You can't do it online. You can't just call and be like, hey, can you extend my rental for another week and another week and another week and another week? It's like the money's still coming in. You're charging the card, bro. So just extend it, man. Keep extending it. But now they put a 60-day limit. Then I show up. Then I have to tell them to renew it. Right? And then they'll ask you, do you want another car? And then I'll be like, yeah. Right? You see that person right there in black? That's an ex-HEB co-worker. I used to work at HEB, guys, as I used to work as a bagger. So that's an ex HEB co-worker, guys. They tend to bring co-workers that I used to work. I used to work here at in this area, in Edinburgh, right when I was younger. I used to work at HEB, man. I was a customer service assistant, right, aka a bagger. So I know what it's like to start from the bottom, man. I wasn't always a speech therapist, you know. When I was younger, I was a bagger at HEB, right? HEB is it's kind of like a food store, right? Like your Kroger's, your Trader Joe's, your Walmart, whatever you have, right? So I used to work there, and they always harassed me by like sending people who used to be my coworkers, kind of like to threaten me, like, you're gonna be earning minimum wage like back then, right? And yes, back when I was working at HEB, I was in the program, right? I was, but I didn't know it. I did not know it. I didn't know it. There was even a guy that ended up being a sheriff deputy who once tried to provoke me. Right? He tried to provoke me. Like, we were there. He was a checker, right? He was a cashier or whatever. And I was bagging for him, and he's not my friend. I don't fuck with him, right? Like, I don't. He's not my friend. So, dude, try to be a tough guy. Mind you, guy once got his ass kicked. He came into work with a black eye. It's like, how the fuck you gonna have a black eye, bro? He came into work with a black eye. Well, supposedly he was saying a guy sucker punched him. No, no, no. What happened was you were talking too much, just like he spoke to me. He insulted me, right? Like I said, I'm not your friend. Imagine you're not friends with somebody, and then they call you, they call you like, what do you call me? He called me a fruitcake, right? To appear cool in front of everybody there. And I told him, like, okay, let's go outside. Let's see how much of a fruitcake I am, right? And obviously this guy was a twig, right? He was a little twig. He was a lanky ass dude. He was just a lanky dude, right? And I told him, let's go. So he told the manager, he told him, like, hey, I think he's trying to, get into it with me. And I'm like, well, you were talking shit, bro. Like, why are you talking shit to somebody that's not your friend, bro? Like, why are you talking shit to people you don't know, man? Like, I'm not gonna go up, like, to the store and be talking shit to just anybody, man. Like, there's always a certain level, there's always a threat of violence amongst men. That's why men don't talk mad. That's why men are not, like, mad disrespectful to each other. Because there's always a certain level of violence between each other, a certain level of threat between each other. Right? You talk mad to people, you get popped in the mouth, That's just how it is. Like, you talk mad to me, you're not gonna get popped like that, because now I'm an adult, I have stuff to lose. But back then, I was young, and like he was talking, he called me like something about fruitcake, and I was like, okay, let's go. And after that, I embarrassed him. He was all scared, he was all traumatized the entire shift. He was just scared. He told like a manager, like, hey, I think he's trying to get into it with me. And I was like, nah. So I waited for him till closing, because I believe both of us were closing. So I was like, all right, I'll wait for you. So I was waiting for him. Like, imagine I'm begging for him, just looking at him like, let's go, bro, let's go. And then since he started pussing out, I told him, we can go to my apartment and figure it out there, man. So I can kick your ass if you're scared of getting the cops involved, Like, that way you don't get arrested if that's what you're scared about, right? Maybe he didn't want to get arrested there outside the store, right? I was like, okay, just follow me to my apartment, and I'll kick your ass there. I literally was offering my place to kick his ass, Like, for sure, guys. I wasn't gonna let him get away with that, right, back then. So I didn't know that was part of the program. That was a program trying to look, American Fighter. They're trying to say that I'm violent. So I didn't know it was an entrapment scheme, trying to make me seem like I'm a violent, aggressive person, right? But at that point, it's like a dude is humiliating you in front of everybody there at the store when you're like, I'm not your friend, bro. Why are you calling me gay? Why are you calling me like a fruitcake, bro? Like, you don't even know me, dude. Like, I could easily like fucking bend you in two like a twig, bro. Like, why the fuck are you talking shit? So it turns out this little snitch ended up becoming a sheriff deputy, man. I believe his name was Zeke, right? So he ended up becoming a deputy, right? He was a loser, guys. He was a loser. But he liked talking mad shit, man, like to anybody. It's like he wanted to be a tough guy so bad, man. It's like he just wanted to be a tough guy. And it's like, bro, that's why you have a, what's it called? A black guy, dude, because you talk shit trying to be cool. And you're not cool, man. Just know your fucking place. Know your fucking place. Like you're not a thug, dude. You're a pushover. You're a pushover trying to be a thug. You're not a thug, man. You're not a thug. You know, you're not a thug. You know, and you know, Davey says you chose to do that. Yeah. I chose to do that, but I didn't start it, man. I didn't start it. You get it? I didn't start it. It's provocation, dude. Like, you can't just take shit from people every single time, man. Just because you react to whatever doesn't mean you're violent. It means that they're provoking you, idiot. It means that they're provoking you. It means that they're provoking you. And I'm not going to explain myself to you, idiot. So go fuck yourself, dude. Go fuck yourself. And yes, I'll choose to do that. You come at me, you put your hands on me, you call me shit, I'll pop you in the mouth too, Davey. I'm not even going to bother reading I'm not even gonna bother reading your shit. So if you insult me and do things to me, expect retaliation, bro. Expect retaliation. And if you wanna call me violent, that's fine, bro. That's fine. I don't care. Like, you don't just do that shit to me, man. Like, what's your point? It's like the motherfucker that attacked me at the gym. Ask him what happened to him. Ask him what happened to you. Exactly. Motherfucker got arrested. He got arrested. Not only did he get arrested, he got put to sleep. Not only did he get arrested, Davey, he got put to sleep. Talk shit, get popped. You know, I'm minding my own fucking business over here. I'm minding my own fucking business. I'm minding my own business, not doing anything to anybody, bro. Not doing shit to anybody. Not doing shit to anybody. Right? You wanna do something, do something. You know? I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of your water gun. I'm not scared of somebody pulling a gun on me. I'm not a pussy like that. You pull a gun on me, okay, be prepared to use it, asshole. You know? I'm not scared, dude. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. You wanna pull out a gun? Pull out a gun, dude. I'm not scared of a gun. You know? But yeah, man. Like, I don't go around hurting people or doing stuff to people. But if you hurt me or you do something to me, better be prepared for consequences. That's called accountability, Davey. Something a pussy like you wouldn't know about, man. It's called accountability. I don't go talking shit to people and not expecting to get popped. You get me? It's like if you saw me in real life, you wouldn't be talking shit, you know? Exactly, Trevor. Exactly. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Unfortunately, that's not on these fools' agendas. Exactly, man. Like, don't start anything. But back then, I didn't know. Like, when I was younger, like, this was like 10 or so years ago, man. I didn't know. I didn't know that these people were like trying to provoke me, trying to make me seem like something I'm not. Like, if somebody hurts you, man, obviously you're gonna defend yourself. If somebody insults you, obviously you're gonna defend yourself. That doesn't mean you're aggressive. That just means that you're willing to stand your ground as a man, you know? You're willing to stand your ground as a man. You're not gonna let somebody bully you around at a minimum wage job. It's like, you think I'm gonna, like, anybody, like, you think I'm gonna take abuse from a fucking bagger job? Like I'm not gonna put up with shit for, I don't know, $8.50 an hour. Hell no, man. I'm not gonna let humiliation for $8. Like I said, guys, I'm willing to take some bullying and some abuse if the pay is good. Like, as a speech therapist, like, my pay should theoretically be good. I'm willing to put up with a little bit of bullying if you're paying me $2,000 or more a week. Cool. I'm willing to put up with a little bit of abuse. But if you're like paying me $8, $8.50 an hour, like, you really think I'm gonna take your insults, especially from a coworker, especially from somebody who's a twig, you know, especially from somebody who's weak as hell? Like, nah, man, you're gonna respect me, you know? But yeah, man, don't start anything, won't be anything. Exactly. But these pervs are trying to say like, oh, it's your decision. No, bro, that's like saying like all the abuse that they're throwing your way. If you were to react, like if you ask me, um, if you ask me, like based on the abuse that they're giving me, if somebody retaliated, and you all know what I mean by retaliate. I mean like these things that happen at schools and stuff. If somebody would retaliate, do you all think I would feel sorry for the people who, were collateral damage to the issue? No, I'd be like, they deserved it. Fucking perps. I hope a whole much more perps die. Like they do deserve it. These people who go agitating innocent civilians, these people, see, here comes some more. White with the pink, sexualizing the girls, right? That's why she's wearing pink. White means vandalism, pink means sexualization, and that's what they do, man. But anyways, guys, like that's what I'm saying. Like if they were to retaliate, right? Like if a person were to retaliate, do these people deserve it? Yes, because they're terrorists. They're messing with your life for no reason. You haven't done anything except what people have been making up about you. So if people have been lying about you, if people have been saying that you have issues, if people have been saying that you're this, you're that, like I said, guys, according to these perps, I'm a lesbian, I'm a homosexual, I'm a pansexual, I'm a tranny, I'm a fruitcake, I'm everything under the sun, guys. I'm everything under the sun. I don't know how I can be all those things in one, but I am, according to them, right? So yeah, like if you retaliate to these people, do they deserve it? Yeah, they deserve it. Yeah, in my opinion, yes. So you wouldn't get any sympathy from me, you know? So like say somebody came at this lady for being stupid and wearing that red to harass a person, and suddenly somebody got out of the car and started to go like pop 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 with the skinny pop pop with the boom brap pop. Do I think she would deserve it? Yeah, I'd be like, good riddance, bro. Good riddance. They deserve it, bro. Good riddance, you know? Hopefully they repented before they got killed, you know? Hopefully they repented. That way they won't go to hell. You know? So yeah. Why don't I do that retaliation to these people that are doing this to me? Because I believe in God. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that stops me from self-destruction, man, from blowing up. That's the only thing, man. I do believe in God, you know. I have the fear of God in my heart. So I know what would happen to me if I did anything to these people. But do I feel they deserve it? Yeah, man. I pray with all my heart that they would all just drop dead, man. Like freaking cockroaches, man. Like how are you gonna get paid and be a lowlife to agitate a person that's never done anything to you or to anybody, just based on law enforcement telling you? Like you're receiving an alert about this person, a file about this person, just to mess with them. Like why, man? Like you don't even know me. Oh, but we got a file on you. Yeah, and that file is wrong. See? Like this program, guys, for like 10 years, it's been pushing the gay agenda on me. It's like, Ninja, why are you still pushing a gay agenda? You've already spied on me. See, blue means Steph. You've already been spying on me for like 10 years, man. And you're like, it's like these people are doubling down. Nah, this guy's gotta be gay. 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 And they can see throughout these 10 years who I've slept with. And they have that information. They see who, like if I've slept with somebody, they can see who I've slept with. But no, dude, they're still doubling down. Nah. He's gotta be gay. He's gotta be gay. So whoever put me in this program, guys, needs to catch me being gay, bro. Needs to catch me being gay. And they can't do that because I'm not. And number two, they can't do that because even when when they were doing all this undercover work, they couldn't get that dirt on me, man. But nah, this program is like, this program is kind of depraved, man. They really gotta make you into something you're not. You're straight? No. You gotta be gay. You gotta be gay. You gotta be gay. If you're not gay, we're gonna make you gay. You gotta be gay. It's like, come on, man. What's up with the homosexual innuendos? Like I told you these past couple of days at the gym. They've been using booty warriors. They've been breaking into my shower stall trying to see my dick. Like, I've told you guys, like, they'll literally break into my shower stall trying to see my dick. They'll send a booty warrior while I'm changing in the shower room, guys. They'll send a booty warrior to go and see my dick. You know, I had to report it, man, in case it keeps happening. But see how there is homosexual innuendo has to happen? Like, they have to double down on the homosexual stuff because they think, like, since every man, like most masculine men, don't want to be associated with that label, right? Now, the world is LGBTQ supportive, right? At least in America. But see, a lot of men think that the worst thing to be called is gay. See, I don't mind. I don't care what you call me, right? I really, at this point, I don't care because I know who I am. You know, I know who I am. I don't gotta tell people, like if they ask me, I'm like, I don't gotta tell you anything. It's none of your business, you know? But at this point, it's like they're just doubling down because that's what this program thinks is humiliating. They think that being labeled homosexual is the worst thing that could happen to a man. And they project that insecurity on me. Just like they project other things, guys. They project a whole bunch. Like in this program, they'll project insecurities like race, height, weight, sexuality. They'll use those against you, hoping that it embarrasses you or makes you feel like hurts your self-esteem. Say for example, if one of you is gay, they're hoping to chip away at your self-esteem. Say if one of you is actually short, like they'll try to hope that it chips away at your self-esteem. Or if somebody is actually broke, they hope that it's gonna chip away at your self-esteem. If you're ugly, maybe they'll hope that it chips away at your self-esteem. See, somebody like me, I don't need approval or validation from people. I don't care what people think. You might think I'm a god or a goddamn bastard. It doesn't matter to me. I still think I'm better than you. I still think I'm the best. It doesn't matter what. I still think I'm the best. So it doesn't matter if whatever you say is true. Is like say I am all of the above, all those labels. I don't care. Because as long as I'm happy and I like me, if I like me, it doesn't matter how ugly I am. If I like me, I like me. It doesn't matter what you think. If I like me, I like me. And by default, people love people who love themselves. Like by default, like if you're a man, a woman will gravitate to you if you love yourself like that. Because if you respect yourself, you're not going to tolerate disrespect from others. You know? That's just how it is. It's called self-love, internal validation. You know? I don't need praise. I don't need to be told like, oh my God, you're so amazing. I don't care. Like if somebody gives me a compliment, I immediately feel distrustful. I go like, okay, what do you want? Hey, I like your shoes. What do you want? Cut to the chase. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You know? What do you want? Exactly. So that's just how it is with me, man. But like these people just, they double down on the gay agenda. But anyways, guys, this guy that used to work with me, his name was Zeke, right? And he's a cop now. Right, he's like a sheriff deputy or some low life activity like that. Remember what I told you? People who study criminal justice. I think he was studying criminal justice back then when we were at HEB, right? So these people, they study criminal justice and they end up becoming lowlifes. What do you mean a lowlife? A deputy to me is like an uneducated person. If you're a deputy, it's just kind of like a cop, man. It's the same. Like it's not a prestigious position. What about a state trooper? Not prestigious, but it's a step above. You know, it's a little bit more respect than being a deputy. Now, no disrespect to deputies, you know, like shout out to you guys, you know. But I'm just saying that this dude is a pain in the ass. This guy is a pain in the ass. So this guy tried to agitate me or provoke me while I was at my workplace. He tried to provoke me. You know, he intentionally did that. And then remember what I told you? He had a black eye already. See how there's a pattern about this guy talking to shit to people that can kick his ass? Like that's like a freaking that's like a child talking shit to, I don't know, somebody who's like 250 pounds that can break you in half, man. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like know your place, you know? Like, and you might say like, well, he doesn't have to do that. No, he doesn't have to do that. But like, why are you disrespecting somebody who hasn't done anything to you, man? I don't disrespect people. I don't go around like insulting and stuff for no reason, right? You'll even see me, guys. You'll even see me like I don't call out channels. I don't tell you like, oh, this channel is fake or that channel is fake. I know who's fake, man. I can go right now on a list and tell you what channels are fake. I can literally call them out right now. But you know, if you haven't disrespected me, why would I need to disrespect you? You know, I'm not gonna waste my time on you. And even if you disrespected me, I probably won't even waste my time on you. I'll let you give me viewers. You know, it's like make a video for me. Good, vent. I want to know how mad I made you, so I can find it entertaining. You know. But yeah, like I don't try to start stuff with people. You know. Oh, it's not because you're. It's kind of like speak softly and carry a big stick. You know. I speak softly and carry a big stick. Like I'm not looking to, you know, I don't care. Like if you're fake, good for you, bro. Good for you. Good for you. I know you're fake. I know you're fake, but like I'm not gonna call you out because I'm not gonna waste, you know, my breath on stupid people, you know. But anyways, this guy is a deputy at Hidalgo County Sheriff's Department, right? And this guy, like back then, like it was several, like I said, like 10 years or more back. It was like 10 years ago, man. So this guy was talking mad shit, and you know, it's kind of like that's why you have a black guy, dumbass. That's why you have a black guy, because you're talking shit out of turn, and you know somebody didn't tolerate your disrespect, and there you go, boom, you got nailed, and now you get to show up to work with the black guy, like trying to say like, oh, I got sucker punched. Nah, you said something you weren't supposed to, and they fucking popped you in the eye, man. That's what happened. Just like you're doing right now, you know. And yeah, man. They try to do little scenarios like that, but back then I didn't realize that they were trying to get me to react or take the bait to whatever they were doing. So they also, when I had my apartment, right? I had an apartment. Two of my friends came in and disrespected me, trying to get me upset. You know, I didn't tell them, get the fuck out of here. I wanted to. I didn't tell them, like, when they disrespected me at my own place. Imagine you and some friends and you tell them like, hey, I'm happy to see you, right? You didn't know they had an agenda. You didn't know they came to your apartment to disrespect you. Look, an RV, that means vandalism. So imagine two of your friends, guys, come into your place, and they came in with the agenda to disrespect you, right? And I exercised control because they were my friends, right? I didn't tell them get the fuck out of here, right? I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't, because I knew that once I told them that, there's no turning back. I'm not gonna be friends with you anymore. It means like if I tell you get the fuck out, it means like that's it, man. That's it. I'm not like I don't fuck with you ever. Once I close that door, that's it, man. I don't wanna ever have to deal with you. You know, nothing. I don't care. So I didn't, man. I didn't. So I practiced restraint. Look, pink. They're gonna sexualize again. Pink. So I didn't want to you know, take it that step. But they got the idea, you know, they knew my mood changed. So they got the idea. See, there goes a sheriff's department. See, there it is. You saw it. So anyways, so they sent my own friends, dude, to disrespect me at my apartment, right? My own friends. Again, like I told you guys, and this was back in I believe it was like 2018, if not 2017. But like I told you guys, I did not know that this was bait. I didn't know that I was supposed to get upset. That way they could rationalize that I have a problem. Like, how do you have a problem, guys, if two people come to your place to disrespect you verbally? How do you have a problem? It's like, that's kind of like me going to North Korea to go disrespect the dictator. Like, how, man? It's not even your territory. How do you go into somebody's hood to disrespect his hood? Like, do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby, you know? Same thing happened here. But I didn't know that the police sent my own friends to disrespect me so I could react like adversely, right? Or in a different way, like in a different manner. Now, did I get aggressive? No. Did I tell them like let's scrap? No, I didn't do that. Could I have scrapped? Yeah, I could have taken them on, but I didn't, man. But anyways, like I didn't scrap, I didn't get violent, I didn't do a physical altercation, because when it comes to friends, I don't have to fight you. I can just cut you off. I just never talk to you ever again, I don't have to go that degree of like beating you up. I just like, I could have just said like get the fuck out. That's it, man. I never spoken to you ever again. But they did send 2 people to try to get me like upset. And after that, I still didn't know I was in a program, guys. I didn't know I was in a program, right? I didn't know. Right? I did not know. But I was, man. I was. I didn't know that at that time. I didn't know that, man. But I've been in this program for a long time. At least 10 years, man. At least. Right? At least. And during those 10 years, I've lived in multiple places. I've lived here in Edinburgh, Texas. I've lived in Dallas, guys. I've lived in Lubbock, Texas. I've lived in plenty of areas in Texas, man, during that whole span. And the entire time I was in the watch list. I just didn't know that this whole watch list, how they got to justify it is by baiting you or provoking you or getting you into situations where your closest people disrespect you, or they have some co-workers or people in your environment disrespect you, knowing damn well that anybody who's self-respecting would stand up for themselves like I did. I stood up for myself, and they know you're gonna stand up for yourself. They know you have a backbone. They know you got balls. They know that you're not willing to like take disrespect like that. There's certain areas in life, guys, where you can take disrespect, where there's nothing you can do about it. I've been there. I've been in those places, those controlled environments where you cannot do anything about it, because if you do, then you'll face certain consequences that you're not willing to pay. But when you're out here in the real world, you can actually stand up for yourself. So that's what they did, man. They did that. Like they disrespected me several times during that time, and it was all a bait. But I didn't understand that then. I actually thought, like, what's wrong with my friends, dude? I just told this guy. I just went up to him, hugged the dude, bumped him and stuff, fist bumped and all that stuff, all that good stuff, all that brotherly love, and for him to have an agenda, or for my friends to have an agenda and come to disrespect me for no fucking reason. What is going on with you all, man? Like, I just told you I'm happy to see you, like, what? Why are you disrespecting me, man? So it's all about confusion, chaos, confusing you, creating chaos, causing you to react. Now, on that occasion with my friends, I did not react aggressively. I just got like upset, visibly upset. I just got visibly upset. But I didn't tell them like fuck you. I didn't tell them like anything like wild. They just knew like, oh shit, we overdid it. Exactly, you overdid it. And ever since then, I haven't really dealt with them much. Ever since then. But I didn't know back then, guys, that it was a setup. They wish I would have gotten like worse. They wish I would have gotten like even more upset, I guess. But if the cops told them to do it, I guess, man, I guess. I don't know what they told them. I don't know what the cops told them. I don't know what they told them. You get me? I don't know what they told them. But whatever they told them, convinced them or something. But anyways, guys, it's not your fault, because you don't know that you're on a program. You don't know that they're planning all this shit. See, another thing. Here they come to sexualize that child. See? Sexualization of a child, man. Remember how they tell them to wear pink? To sexualize a child, bro. To sexualize a goddamn child, man. That's crazy, bro. That's freaking crazy. But yeah, man. So all these setups were probably to justify whatever came next, which was the overt harassment, and that came like 6 years later, right? So say all of these things happen around 2016, 2018. Well, my overt harassment didn't happen till 2022, September 30th, 2022. But yeah, guys, like any one of us, if you didn't know you were being I guess covertly surveilled, you wouldn't know. You would think that these things are actually like organic. You think that these things are happening naturally. They're not. You think all these issues are happening normally. Like you think like, oh, you know, life happens, you know. Sometimes you fall out with your friends. Sometimes, you know, I guess friends turn into enemies and stuff like that, right? You think that that's normal. It's not, man. It's not. Not that pattern, right? It's all just to make you seem like you're unnecessarily aggressive, and you're not. You know, you just have boundaries. You're not willing to tolerate disrespect. You know, it's like, what are you doing for me? Are you paying my bills? No. So then how am I gonna tolerate your disrespect? What are you doing for me? Are you paying me a good salary? No. So how am I gonna tolerate your disrespect? You know, what are you doing for me to tolerate the disrespect? You know? It's just disrespect, man. And if you have any sort of, you know, pride or dignity or, you know, self-respect, you're not gonna allow it. Now, you can't always get into a fight with people. You can't always like just, you know, get into a fight with people. Otherwise, you're gonna have to fight the whole world, because the whole world is full of haters. People don't want to see you win, man. Not everybody wants to see you win. As a matter of fact, most people want to see you fail. Most people want to see you not do good. Most people are happy that you have problems, you know? So you're not going to bust it out with every buster out here, you know? So what you need to do is cut these busters. Look, there's another cop. Boom. See? What you need to do is cut these people off. Because when you cut people off, guys, they feel your energy. See, you force people to feel you, guys. See, sexualized girl? See? Sexualized. See that? Sexualized, guys. Giving you a little bit of a treat right there, man. So sexualized. She's wearing pink because it's sexualized, man. Pink. White means vandalism. Pink means sexualization, right? Marcel Powell says hi. Hey, how's it going, Marcel? How's it going? But yeah, guys, like, you don't always have to fight people. Sometimes you can just cut them off. Because by cutting off people like that, bro, by cutting off people, you force them to feel you, right? You force them to feel you. See, here she comes for more, guys. Here she comes for more. She wants to be seen, guys. She wants to be seen. Gotta make sure she gets my attention, right? So anyways, like, that's what happens, man. Like, when you cut people off, man, you force them to feel your absence. Like, they don't have a say in it, you know? So now their punching bag isn't there anymore. Say you're the punching bag in a group of people. Say you're that, you're the lowest on the totem pole of your friend group. You're the one that they always make fun of the most. You're the glue that unites that toxic friend group. Well, guess what? As soon as you walk away, they're forced to feel your absence, meaning now they got to pick on another one. Now the whole group feels that shift in energy. So now that little group, either that new pushover is going to accept he's going to accept see, there she is, man. There she is. See? That's for you, guys. Boom. Anyways, now that friend group, guys, is forced to that friend group is forced to find a new scapegoat, right? Somebody to push around. And then after that, either that friend, he's gonna be like, nah, I ain't taking this shit. And once he does that, like, I ain't taking this shit, the one above him is gonna be like, well, I'm not being the pushover anymore either. So now the narcissist, the controlling person, the person who words everything as a command, everything is like, listen, pal, or like, do this, do that. It's never can you, would you, can you, please. None of that. Like, they just give orders. Everybody knows somebody like that. So those people who like giving orders now are faced with like, hey, they're all rebelling. Nobody wants to take my abuse. Like, I can't lead a group without abusing people. There's got to be somebody I can abuse. So now they got to go to another friend group. So it's a whole bunch of work for the narcissist. Now he has to do more work to find pushovers, you know? But that's how it is, man. That's how it is. That's how it is. So by cutting people off, guys, by cutting people off, you force them to feel your absence. So there you have it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta go do this mailing stuff real quick. I do gotta mail something out before 6, so, and you know, get on another rental car and all that good stuff. See what happens. So I might do a live in a little bit. I just gotta go inside the store, man. Buy something real quick. But I'll do another live later on, man. Peace.